Welcome to the American Fork Podcast, where a group of friends get together about once a week and we record a podcast. We all grew up together in a small town called American Fork, and growing up there...
American Fork.
Oh.
Did you say fork?
I did. You know what I noticed is that... You know what's funny? You know what's funny is that my phone autocorrects American Fork now to American Fork.
So really?
Yeah.
That's
ED.
funny. It's funny because I've noticed like half the times we say welcome to the American Fork podcast, we usually say it so fast that it's like
American Fork
American
Podcast.
Fork.
Yeah.
But you just said the opposite.
Okay.
We grew up in a small town called American Fork.
But what if I did that on purpose and this whole thing's going in the podcast now?
Oh, well, that's exactly what I was planning on.
Possibility. Okay.
Good intro.
Okay, that's what I think. Growing up there has made us forked. So our goal today is to fork you, right? And I know there's some debate about being lifetime friends. Our lives aren't over, so we can't really say that yet or something. I don't know. But anyways, straight ahead of me, wearing a shirt, which I would almost classify as clean, is Phil. Hey, Phil.
For Phil, that would be clean.
It's not clean. I'll just tell you right now. I usually try and change and shower before we do this, just so I don't get those snide comments. But
I do it
I
every
didn't
time.
even care tonight.
I'm just glad you're wearing a shirt tonight,
I am,
because usually you don't.
and it's full of sawdust and glue stains, just like every shirt should
You
be
look like a man.
worn by a man.
You're a manly man.
Every man's shirt should be stained.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Jacob, that is now classifying what men should and shouldn't be, is to my right diagonal. Is that a direction, Jake?
That is
Kitty corner.
Kitty corner.
Is that what they call it?
Meow.
in the opposite corner of from where you're sitting. Yeah,
Wearing a pretty nice hat. Where'd you get that hat from?
the store.
That's such a good story. I'm glad I asked. All right. And to my right is Chuckles. How's it going, Chuckles?
Chuckles McGee.
Oh, it's Tyler. It's
good.
Hello.
You can call me Chuckles, that's fine.
Okay.
But I am Tyler.
Hi, Tyler.
Thanks for having me tonight, guys.
I have to comment.
welcome.
I have to comment on something you're wearing, just because I did that with everyone else.
The hat?
Oh yeah, you have a hat. Where do you get the hats that have the bill in the back? All mine are in the front.
Amazon.
I'm gonna Amazon that.
Do you guys sell the ones with the bill in the back?
That's what the kids wear these days. And my name's Jeff. I'm not wearing a hat, so there we go. How are you guys doing?
Good, doing great.
Good.
Doing awesome.
Thanks for
We're ready for you to just like
Just blow into
it
this?
away. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do some housekeeping, Jake.
Okay, as you may know, you can find us at AmericanForked.com and on the socials at American Forked. You can call our voicemail line or text it. It's 385-DAD-0-MUG. And I would like to do a special shout out to our high roller donor as of today, brand new donor named Kara.
Kara in Texas.
Thanks, Kara in
Kara
Texas.
has donated some money to help us build a studio. I
would
appreciate it.
I would love to say that she's our furthest away listener, but Jimmy lives in New
Brooklyn,
York.
yeah.
Oh,
So sorry, Kara.
Wait, who's Jimmy?
Oh, he lives in New York and listens to the show.
Do we know
The
him?
one that sends us
Jimmy.
voicemails.
Like,
He calls our line. His name's Jimmy.
do you know him personally and he's just listening?
don't
Or
think-
did he just
I don't
happen
think-
to stumble across
I don't
this
think
podcast?
I don't think Jimmy's own mother knows him personally. Right, Jimmy? Wink, wink. No, that's my way of saying
What's
yes.
happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways.
Hi, Jimmy. Thanks for listening. All the way over in where?
New York.
New York.
Germany.
Yeah, there you go.
I think of Jimmy Epperson.
Has our house been kept, Jacob?
Yes. It's
Our
been kept.
housekeeping's done.
Thanks.
Good.
Oh, by the way, Jake put like a cute YouTube video clip up. I saw.
I love those.
Is that the
see it?
second one?
Yeah,
It's the fourth one I put out. I put two, both of the bumpers from the 9/11 episode onto.
Should probably
made
subscribe
little
to that.
audiograms onto YouTube.
Yeah, go check it out. If you haven't heard, Jake basically isolated the intro and the outro parts of the 9/11 tribute episode and put them up on YouTube. So if you want to hear just that section, you can go there. And it's
I was wondering who was the third listener of that, the third
was
watcher
me.
of that video.
It was nicely
guys-
created, but that first part gave me anxiety.
Oh, really?
Listening to it, because I was walking my dog while I was listening to it, and I was just like, "Why am I shaking right now?"
yeah. When I was putting it together, because when you put all that together, you listen to it like 100 times.
Yeah.
And probably 50 out of those 100 times I was like choking up.
Oh my
parts.
gosh.
It was like nuts stuff. But anyway.
It was well put together, but it did give me some anxiety.
Nuts and bolts.
Yeah, so you're welcome for some anxiety. Well, you don't have to thank me. You can thank terrorists. But
They created all the content.
Yeah.
Well, no, it really hit home for me because when 9/11 happened, I was in a racquetball class, so we started playing racquetball at 6 a.m. and then 7:30 rolled around. I went to my friend's house to eat breakfast, and then it just blew up on the television, and we saw the second plane crash.
oh, really? You
Yeah.
saw it live?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Anyways,
Yeah, as you know, none of us saw anything live because we were at Clear Creek.
that's
so,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
Crazy.
Anyway, sorry.
No, that's fine. I love talking about it because I think it was well done on Phil's end, and it's obviously something that is owed tribute. So
Let's talk about it more.
yeah, let's do. This is the 9/11 tribute podcast.
My mother-in-law said that those bumpers on that episode were award-winning
Oh wow.
Ooh.
in her mind.
Let's submit it to
Potentially
the
award-winning?
podcast awards.
Yeah.
Are there podcast awards?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's start them.
I'm pretty sure there already is.
They exist, but we can start our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, as you guys know, finding news from American Fork is damn near impossible. And I love when stuff happens there because we get to talk about it. But guess what? Nothing talked about it. So this is like a really hard stretch to even link this to American Fork. But we're from American Fork, and we went backpacking this summer in Yellowstone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Did you guys see
where
this
you're
news
going.
article?
No, I didn't.
Cause of death determined for a man who was found dead in Yellowstone.
Bears.
Searching continues for the missing Utah brother.
What?
The cause of death has been determined for a man who was found dead at Yellowstone National Park last month. The search continues for his brother who's in Utah. Guess where they found his body?
Wait, what's the cause of death?
Well, hypothermia.
Oh,
it's
okay. not
as cool. You know, when they don't outright tell you in the title,
Yeah,
it's
well,
not as cool.
You have me going.
But he was like 60-something years old. But guess where they found his body? Shoshone Lake.
Really?
Shoshone Lake?
Yep. Right where we
Or
were.
Shoshone? Is that,
Shoshone, I don't know
Yeah.
which one.
How do you pronounce it? Tyler, do you know?
Shoshone.
It sounds like it's Shoshone to me.
Yeah, it is.
That's what I
That's
would
what
say.
I've always thought it
It's
was.
like the tribe Shoshone. I think Shoshone. I don't know. But anyways, that's I just thought that was amazing because when we were up there, we didn't see anybody living, let alone a dead body in the lake.
So the guy
so they went swimming?
died from hypothermia. Just
They don't say exactly what happened, and the only other person that was with him was his brother, and he's still missing.
so they're just like an ill-prepared camping trip. It sounds like.
Yeah, and I'm sure the weather up there is getting very brisk.
It was
Oh, yeah, if it was
the water
recent.
was cold when we were there in the summer.
Yeah,
Well, we went in June, right?
Yeah,
So I wonder if it was pretty comparable to now.
and it was a great hike. I had a lot of fun.
Oh, it was amazing.
you did.
Tyler enjoyed
go.
Tyler
was
did
awesome.
love it.
So yeah, they've been looking in Shoshone Lake with like radar equipment and stuff, thinking his body might be in there.
You don't really
Down
need
below.
They just need to go
You just
stand
need
where
to-
we were and just look at the whole lake.
Yeah, you just need to fly above it and be like, oh, there's a
sound-
body in the bottom of it.
Is it that shallow?
No, it's just
it's
clear.
like
Still clear.
So
Super
clear.
clear.
You can stand up on this ledge and like see fish swimming like out in the middle of it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
So do we know? Do you know their names or anything like that?
Yeah. There's names here. Mark O'Neill. So he's the one that was found dead, and then his brother. I don't know his name, but I'm guessing his last name's O'Neill.
But his brother's from Utah, you said?
Yeah. Mark. He was from Washington. His brother's from Utah. So they must have met there and went backpacking.
Oh, but not
And,
American Fork.
No, that's why I said it's kind of a stretch. But American Fork people, us, were there this summer, so that's how it's American.
So who
Fork
wrote
is.
this with like no details?
Well, there's lots of details, but we don't do that here.
Well, I mean, just bring up,
We just make
bring up like people who died, and we just want to know how they
I
died.
can put a link in the story. He died of exposure. They don't know how he died.
Okay.
Hypothermia.
Like if
Hypothermia,
all of us died when we were hiking, it would be very difficult to figure out how we died.
but I
'cause-
mean, I guess I don't know. When you talk about people who died, you want to know how they died. And if it is hypothermia, then fine.
They
but
were killed to death.
just ill-prepared camping trip is what I'm writing
that's
off of.
that's
They died to death.
They died until they died. They died from it.
so that's my understanding about this Gabby Petito girl is that they don't know. They're like, yeah, we're still trying to determine the cause.
Is it still technically just homicide? Is all we know? We don't know cause of death.
Well, they haven't done a full autopsy, is what last I heard. So once they do a full one, then they'll kind of figure out the whatever killed her.
Yeah, sometimes cause of death is just determined like they go to the coroner, they're like, here's the story. Like, and he's like, oh,
And
yeah,
he's like,
sounds
oh,
like a homicide. I
Sounds
don't
like
know.
COVID.
Like Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, like Jeffrey Epstein.
by hanging himself.
Oh, yeah. They're like,
And
we
breaking-
found him hung
and
in a
breaking
cell
a-
by himself. He's like,
breaking a
oh,
bone
that
in his-
sounds like he did hang himself.
Yeah. He had reason to, so therefore he did.
And the guy's still missing, right? Or
Yeah.
escaped?
Yeah,
His brother.
that guy. Yeah, but that
Missing in quotes.
that bounty hunter.
Dog the bounty hunter has
Yeah.
put $10,000 of his own money on his head.
No way.
Yeah, and he's out there looking on islands off the coast in Florida. And anyway, it's pretty interesting.
I worked with his son at a tech company years ago.
Are you
Did ya?
serious?
Yeah. So his,
Awesome.
he changed his name and everything, and so it took like 3 months before people started realizing who he was. And then after that, he was just like, "Yeah, he's my dad."
He's like, what is his first
He's
name?
got a
like
he's got
Little
a
Dog?
podcast. What was his name?
His last name was
I don't know.
Collie.
That was one of the stories I was going to bring up for
Was it?
nationwide. but
I just
decided not
injected
to.
right in there. And
No, I
was
love
like,
it.
Transition to the next story.
Oh, see, this is why I love Tyler here. He's like, all right, let's just move along. We've hit the boring part. Just keep going.
Next.
Next.
Good job,
So
Tyler.
Utah news, and this is pretty amazing for anyone that's in Utah, from Utah, knows Utah. So Larry Miller car dealerships are being sold for guess
$10
how much
million.
money?
A couple million.
7 million.
You guys are so
1 billion.
so far off. I'm going to start with a hint. There's over 70 car dealerships with his name on it. 70.
Oh, it's being sold.
being
the whole franchise.
Being sold to a Georgia company.
I'm gonna say 7.2 billion.
Jake, guess.
2.5 billion.
Tyler? Price is Right rules, by the way.
I'm gonna go with like 9 billion.
You should go with $1.
$1, Bob.
$1, Bob.
Yes, that would be the right thing to play.
Or
But
Kerry.
Jake still won. $3.2 billion
3.2 bills.
to a Georgia company. And frankly, I think it's a little sad because Larry Miller was like a big deal, big name in Utah, and he passed away.
Who was that guy? Was he just a car dealer?
No.
Oh.
I don't know how he got his start, actually. But I know he owned the Jazz.
Yeah.
Started the Raceway. And all those things. The Jazz are sold now. The Raceway's shut down. The car dealerships are turned.
Yeah, the stadium, right? The
Now
Jazz
he's
Stadium.
got
Yeah.
movie
What's
theaters.
Vivint now? Yeah, and the movie theaters.
The movie theaters will probably get sold next, or if they're not already.
I hope they don't. I like their movie theaters.
Well, I'm sure they won't get rid of them, but they're selling them to a company.
I wonder if they rebrand it.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. So is he's dead probably, and his kids are selling it all?
Yeah,
off?
exactly. And I can't remember how much money he left us out, but
They want more.
oh, he was very, very wealthy. Those car dealerships were founded over 42 years ago when it started.
That's like 1.6 car dealerships a year.
Just your math's amazing.
1 point. Yeah, good. Okay.
So this Georgia company is expecting to get $5.7 billion in annualized revenue from the acquisition, which seems like 3.2 billion is a little low of a number.
Yeah. How did they
pay for
value
that.
it then?
Well, total revenue. That would
Obviously.
be like total sales.
Yeah, that doesn't
That's
take
true.
into
So-
consideration the
Operating expenses and
expenses.
Yeah, it's interesting. But how did Larry Miller touch your life, Jake?
Wait, did he just die?
No,
he's been dead for a bit.
He didn't have he had really bad diabetes complications or something like that.
I don't know.
I think
We can make.
not a fun
Yeah,
story.
I think he got scared to death.
Yeah, I think that
He
Scared to death.
he watched that tape.
the Ring tape.
Yeah, and didn't share it with someone else, so he died 7 days later.
I heard he died at Yellowstone Lake and drowned.
Not
He
Lake
died
Shoshone.
because he watched Brokeback Mountain, which he banned from all of
Yeah,
his theaters.
that's true. He did.
Ouch.
Oh, he banned it from the theaters?
Yeah, he was very.
Did he really?
very right.
He's very conservative.
I wouldn't call him anti-gay,
Oh,
but very,
that's right.
very much not as supportive of the LGBT community.
Wasn't it like you wouldn't go to his theaters?
But I can't say anything bad because one, his dealerships donated a truck to my brother's organization.
Oh,
that's cool.
To
So-
the Navajo Strong.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So,
So he's redeemed himself.
so it's fine.
All those years of homophobia have been wiped away.
With a Ford F-250.
Power of trucks, guys.
America. So Larry and Gail Miller bought 50% of the Jazz in May 1985 for $8 million.
Wow.
Then they bought the remaining 50% the following year, so in 86. See how my math skills are like that? For $14 million. So they've owned 100% until recently when they sold the Jazz to the other rich people that are.
From Provo.
Is that where they're from? Well, that's good. They
Who
stayed
owns the
in-house.
Jazz? No.
Is it the Qualtrics guys that started?
Oh, really?
Qualtrics or one of the other big companies in Utah.
Yeah. They sold it for quite a bit of money,
I
too.
interviewed at Qualtrics 3 times. Screw that company.
You should have said, I know Donovan Mitchell.
I don't know.
No, 3 separate occasions over like the course of like 3 years, made it to like 3rd round interviews and everything, and they're just like, "Okay, sorry." So screw them.
Wait, the Jazz sold for $80 million?
I don't know. Let's check that out.
Sounds really low, but
No, in the 80s,
in the 80s it sold.
it was 8 million, and then the year after was 14 million. So 14 plus 8.
Oh, that's way less than I was thinking.
Well, in the 80s.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Like $20 million, you can buy a basketball team.
Back in the 80s.
So now it would be like 20 billion or something like that.
So the deal to buy the Jazz, reported by ESPN, is worth 1.66 billion.
Today.
Well, no, that's what it sold for
Oh.
just recently.
Ryan
Oh,
Smith, CEO of Qualtrics.
That makes
He's the
more
one that
sense.
bought it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He just
a-
had
he's a billionaire.
$1.66 billion dollars. Interesting.
He is a billionaire.
no, he had
I think the-
1.67 because he's got to live off something.
I think he and his dad and his brother, I think, are the richest in Utah.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
What's his name?
Ryan Smith. Ryan
Seacrest?
Smith.
Ryan Seacrest, yeah.
I hate him.
Yeah, that one too.
We're hitting some nerves with Tyler tonight.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Came to this podcast.
Oh, Ryan Seacrest?
This is the
Ryan
trigger.
Seacrest. What did Ryan Seacrest do?
No, I don't really hate him.
Oh.
I just think he's famous for no reason.
Oh, okay.
He really is.
I think he's a really good host, though.
Didn't he start out on MTV?
He started off on radio.
Oh, did he?
He hosted
Oh, yeah.
like,
He
the
did
top
like
100.
a top 40, top
I
100.
think he
yeah.
did American Idol first.
Who am I
and then
thinking
did
of that
824.
started on MTV?
And then I think he did.
Are you talking about Ryan Daly? John Daly?
Carson
No,
Daly.
Carson
Carson
Daly.
Daly?
Yeah, isn't
he
he
was-
on like a night show or something now?
He's got, the Daily Show.
No.
The Carson
yeah,
Carson? The Carson
He's got
car.
one after. It's like there's Tonight Show, and then there's the Late Night Show, and then there's Carson Daly's show.
Yeah.
When at like
Bringing
2
up
in
the
the
rear.
morning.
Ryan Seacrest is so handsome though.
No.
Isn't that the
He
one?
just looks like a lesbian.
Oh, that is the one.
But Carson Daly hosts.
That's why Phil likes him.
The Voice.
Oh,
Anyways, continue on.
Phil doesn't know TV.
I don't. I haven't watched it since MTV was a TV.
Okay, well, my conscience is telling me on to the next story. My conscience is sitting to my right. All right, so this one is a story that I feel like we hear every single year, and I wanted to get your guys' input on it.
A fucked up animal story?
No, but that's coming up. Don't worry. Don't hold your breath either, though. Congress averts shutdown, spends 9-week funding to patch up Biden's desk. Isn't it every goddamn year that the government's going to shut down if we don't do something?
Wait, I didn't hear that headline. You rolled through it too fast.
Because I'm sick and tired of it, Phil.
Read
That's
it
why.
more enunciated.
Congress averts shutdown, sends 9-week funding pack to Biden's desk.
Oh, okay. So it's like a temporary.
Right.
We're gonna figure this out in 9 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
Through till December 3rd, I
Okay,
believe
sorry.
was the date.
Congress is shut down or no?
No, they're not.
Oh,
They
got it.
put a Band-Aid on the owie, and they got to figure out what they're going to do now.
You know what I love about this situation, because I consider myself an independent, is the two independents in the Senate right now are pretty much like owning the game. Like they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Because all the Democrats will vote this way, all the Republicans, and it really just depends on whatever the independents want to do.
Bernie Sanders and who else?
So I guess I should say just one, because Bernie Sanders claims to be an independent, but he's like crazy left.
Socialist. Yeah, he's Democratic socialist.
Anyway, I feel like I just deflated the whole podcast.
No,
by
I
saying
did
that.
by burping into the mic. But you're bringing up exactly what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
And that is like this weird song and dance that occurs every year where it seems to go like this. And you guys tell me what your recollections and what you think. But it goes like this. Oh my gosh, the government's going to shut down. Oh, if we don't, like you start seeing headlines like months ago and a few weeks ago, it's like, oh, if we don't get this resolved by this time, if we don't raise the debt ceiling, the government's going to shut down, and they list out all the things that's going to be affected, like your social security check won't come in the mail, and this won't happen, and they kind of start generating fear almost, and then all of a sudden it comes time, and there's like a patch, right, or some kind of like temporary solution put in place.
Wasn't the government shut down when the first time with Obama? They actually shut it down.
Yeah, they
right?
actually shut it down.
Yeah.
And then after the temporary solution, then there's like this compromise that happens between whoever. It doesn't matter who's in power. It's the same story. And then something happens that I feel like will affect our generations to come, which is like the debt ceiling's raised and they are allowed to spend more money, or I don't know. Like, what the hell's up with this? I don't know.
Well, I just wanted to point out when the government did shut down. Do you remember like all those like catastrophic things that were happening
No.
in our society?
Yes.
I
No.
don't.
Like,
What's the correct
like
answer?
people couldn't use money anymore, and there were like, and trains didn't work,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
half of everyone lost their job.
You couldn't just go to the grocery store and get an onion.
Yeah,
I remember that.
no, it's a joke.
Oh,
obviously,
never mind. I'm
didn't
just
happen.
kidding.
Yeah,
Nobody noticed except the people who like wanted to go, like had a trip planned to, some federal park or something.
no, it was hilarious because they're like, oh, all the national parks are closed, and I was like, you mean no one's at the toll booths at national parks? That sounds right.
Let's go.
It's like that really was like the kind of the worst things they were saying is like, oh yeah, we're gonna shut down these things, and I'm thinking to myself like, wait a minute, if the government's shut down, doesn't that mean that like Congress isn't getting paid anymore?
Right.
Isn't that what it should mean?
Yeah.
Like if you can't pass a bill, like then you don't have anywhere to sleep tonight, kind of thing. But apparently not. It's just like
I think government employees get affected pretty heavy. Like
lower level employees.
yeah, like TSA guys at the airport would
Right.
start getting affected.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have to show up to work, you're saying, but
Well,
they
I'm
might
just
not
saying
get
that
paid.
the money flow would affect them the greatest.
Well, a good
you know?
part of them still showed up to
Oh yeah.
do work.
I think
Oh,
there's
I think they were required to. Yeah, I think like military, obviously, all those people. I was talking to someone who was a lifetime government employee, and she said that when they got furloughed or whatever, it's like you get paid, but just later, like, but you don't get a paycheck, like,
that week.
yeah, for the time that they're shut down.
Right.
So.
Anyway, I don't know what's up with this. I'm just sick and tired of it. When I started hearing the reports, and I hear these reports now, I'm just like, it seems like a wag the dog kind of story or smoke and mirrors. It's just like, what's real, what's not. I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, it's like, oh, okay, next story.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Well, and I do think it's a little like on this whole COVID thing, it's like, let's spend all this money, send money out to people, and then instead of them dialing back and being like, okay, let's be careful, is like, now let's spend even more money and do more stuff. And I feel like they're getting a little pushback finally, like, hey, let's cool it. Like,
Yeah.
because they were shooting for like a $3.5 trillion
$3.5
stimulus
trillion.
package.
The original one was 6.
Yeah, and I think one of the senators came out and said, "I'm not going to sign anything over $1.5 trillion."
Yeah.
It's a
Cinema,
big cut.
Cinema, and the the one I can't remember her name.
Cinnabon,
Cinnabon, Senator
yeah.
Cinnabon,
Senator Cinnabon, and
and Popeye.
Bernie Sanders chicken. Is that right?
Hey, I finally tried Raising Cane's chicken the other day.
yeah.
How was it?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Good. It was
right?
good stuff. Yeah.
10 out of 10 would eat again.
Yeah, if it was closer, but because
Oh.
I live in North Orem,
Nine
so,
out of
it's
10.
like South Provo.
yeah,
or
so it takes
North
like
Provo.
30 minutes to get there, and it's just not worth it to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
The breading is the fried breading is really they did a good job on it.
I love it.
Anyways, Congress sucks.
Yeah. I don't know what to think about it. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys though, my little what's the term? The conspiracy theory mind, the third mind in my head went off on this because I was listening to a news report and they were talking about the shutdown and they're like, this is the way it's going to affect everybody. And then they added to the list the child tax credit payments. And I realized, I'm like, oh, they throw that bait out into the water and they hook people, like forcibly hook them, frankly, to be on the government dole. And now they're like hanging it over people's heads of like, well, that's going to stop if government shuts down. So basically, like they want more people's support in raising the debt limits and being able to control more spending. I don't know. That was the conspiracy theorist in me was like, it's kind of weird that they literally put this money out there in the society and then they're instantly like, oh, we might have to take that back. It's like, really, guys? You didn't figure that out?
Yeah, and then you got Nancy Pelosi talking about the bill. She's people asking her about the cost of it, and she's like, "Let's not worry about the cost. Let's worry about the quality of the bill."
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's what the guy that was selling me a car said.
That's like the pinnacle of the problem right there. We have people in power who are literally
don't care.
saying sentences like that. Let's not worry about the cost. Let's worry about the quality. It's not my money. I'll be long dead before anyone makes the first payment. So let's just rack it up.
she'll be dead in 5 years.
Listen, Mr. Phil, the cost of this vehicle is irrelevant. Look at these leather seats.
Look
Do
at
you
this
see the
sound system.
stitching? Listen to the sound system. It doesn't matter how much it costs.
This is
It'll
stuff
pay for
you
it.
can't put a price tag on the Bluetooth functionality.
That's true. I have
It
to
will
have
pay for
Bluetooth.
itself soon enough.
Right.
There you go. It'll pay for itself, and you won't even have to make the first payment until you're dead.
Oh, my God.
I would sign up for that car. But if they were like, but it's your kids that pay for it, I'd be like, no way. But if it was like all of American society will pay for it, I'd be like, yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, I want that Cadillac.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Smith from Qualtrics will pay for it.
I'd want like a Corvette, though, with white leather seats and red stitching to
That's
match
right.
the car.
That's right. That's
You
what
would
you'll
have to
get.
shower before you get into that car every time, though.
Yeah.
No, I would just get it dirty.
You know a Corvette won't hold a table saw, right?
On the hood, like strap that down.
He would be the trashiest Corvette ever.
It'd be brand new, but I'd have like
A trailer hitch
racks
on it.
welded onto it, and a trailer hitch.
Like I can fit 17 3/4-inch OSB sheets up here.
400 horsepower in this thing.
Yeah,
I can tow a trailer.
That's amazing.
exactly.
All right, you guys ready for some world news? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to edit that out. Are you guys ready for some messed up animal news?
You're gonna.
Boy, am I ever.
Yes, please.
It has been too long.
Let's hear it.
This isn't that messed up, actually. Australian, a bit sore after hand was caught in a croc's jaw.
Ooh,
I'm sorry. I love Australians so much. That's his statement was he's a bit sore. So Sean Dearly was attacked on Monday on the.
wait, say it in an Australian.
I
accent.
can no way. I can barely read now.
Oh.
Let alone. Okay, I'll give it a try.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm so on the spot right now. I don't think I can.
Just think Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin. Crocodile hunter.
Sean Dearly was attacked on Monday
There it is. There it is.
On Monday.
on the Adeline River,
I like it.
which is renowned for its jumping crocodiles.
There it is.
Yeah,
I love how
I
your
have a-
voice just went like
I have-
an octave higher.
I have a client right now who is Australian also. It's just kind of funny. She's sweet. But anyways, this river is known for jumping crocodiles, apparently. Large crocodiles that rise vertically from the water to snatch chicken carcasses dangled from long poles extended for tourists and cruise boats. Okay, so
this
these
sounds like
crocs are kind of trained to
by
put on a
hands
show.
that people put out there.
So the 60-year-old Dearly spoke on Wednesday about his encounter with a 7-foot crocodile, and he says, I'm feeling all right. I'm a bit sore in the arm, and of course, but well, I survived. And I'm sorry, that's why I bring it up, because the guy freaking gets bit by a crocodile. Look at this picture.
Let's look at it.
He's got this big old thing on his arm that, like,
Oh, it's like his whole.
yeah, it's like
hand.
it messed him up, right?
From his
He's like,
elbow.
yeah, I survived.
A little sore.
He's 60. Yeah, I survived.
He's probably a farmer.
Looks like he's got like a sock puppet on his hand.
Yeah, like what was that show on MTV with the sock puppets?
Milo and
Otis. Yeah, that was it.
Sesame Street.
Nailed it. No, I don't remember the name of it. But anyways, Croc jumped out, bit his arm almost off.
Did you guys see that viral video of the guy opening up a croc's mouth because he came up and grabbed his dog?
Ooh,
Yeah.
no.
You saw that?
Yeah, he ran into the lake.
He ran into a lake. So a crocodile came up, grabbed his dog, like a small dog. And so he ran to the lake, grabbed the croc, like opened up his mouth, got his dog out, and like ran off.
The dog ran away. He was a little sore.
Oh, yes, I did
guy-
see that. He like ran
a
down to
little
the
sore.
riverbank.
Yeah. It wasn't like a big crocodile. I think it was like maybe 3 or 4 feet,
But still. Yeah, that's crazy. Did you ever see the viral video of the West Valley City place called Scales and Tails?
Tails.
Nah.
Oh my gosh. Did you hear about this?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and Google Scales and Tails video. It's literally a place where they have a giant, they have reptiles there, but they have a big alligator is like the main attraction. And they do like kids' birthdays and all kinds of stuff there. So they were literally,
wow.
from what I understand, they were hosting a kid's birthday party. And the trainer went in there to feed the crocodiles, like part of the show or whatever. So anyway, long story short, he got the guy was feeding the crocodile, but the crocodile came up and grabbed his other arm, or
Yeah.
her
was a
other
girl,
arm,
yeah.
and started barrel rolling.
Ugh.
And it rolled like 3 times, I think, twisting up her arm, jacking it all up. A guy that was sitting, that was not a trainer, just a guy that was attending there, jumped in and jumped on top of the crocodile to stop it from spinning and held it. And this trainer was super relaxed and chilled and just was like giving the guy directions on what to do. Like, okay, now put your hands here, do this, hold it. Okay, just hold steady, whatever, right? And the crocodile let it go, and she went out and got medical attention. And he's like staying in the
there on
cage,
it.
just kind of like, okay, what do I do now? Okay, it starts moving around a little bit, and then found an open window kind of thing, and was like, okay, go, and like ran away real quick. But they were anyway. They released a statement saying something like, "We don't ever condone anyone jumping in and helping, but he probably saved her arm."
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy. While you were saying that, all I could think about was that Blackfish documentary,
Right.
the SeaWorld thing, where the blackfish, what
The
do you
killer
call it?
whale.
The Shamu
orca.
grabs the trainer and just like takes him all the way to the bottom of like a 40-foot pool
Yep.
and just stays there. And the trainer's just like has his hand in his mouth and is just like being so calm. And I'm like, what the F? I would be freaking out.
Yep.
But at the same time, he probably understands like there's nothing he could do. And it just stayed down there for like a minute and then like brought him back up, took a breath, and then took him back down. He's just like hanging out there. And that was all
messed
before
up.
the big massacre in the water right in front of everyone. So, yeah.
Have you guys seen Blackfish? You too?
No.
I haven't.
It is amazing and super depressing.
Yeah.
And Phil went to SeaWorld after he saw
I did.
that.
I was like, I'll never go to SeaWorld. And then I went. And
How was it?
it was...
Terrible, right?
Most of it was terrible, but the killer whale part is worth just going to that. But that's pretty much all the park is.
Why was it worth it? Because you thought someone could die any minute?
No, not the show. For me, the awesomest part was just going right up to the glass.
Oh, yeah.
And watching them swim by, just
Yeah.
like right in front of your face.
Yeah.
And like 30 seconds later, this huge animal. Just
Yeah.
like the show to me was just like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool. Like came out and they pet it and it splash people and stuff. But
Wait.
Tries to
what
get
did it do again?
but that wasn't as nearly as cool to me as just sitting right in front of that glass
Right.
and having it like right in front of you.
Last time I went to SeaWorld was in San Antonio, and a friend of mine that I grew up with is a trainer. So we actually got to go back to the backstage and hang out with some dolphins.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I got kissed on the forehead.
Oh, did
It
you?
was very sloppy.
What was his name?
I like dolphins.
I don't remember.
No, the guy that kissed you. You don't remember his name?
It was a dolphin.
Oh, I misunderstood that story.
It was a slimy dolphin that gave me a kiss on the forehead.
What was his name?
We'll go with Bob.
I'm just kidding.
We'll go with Richard.
Bob, that's what you call a whale when you cut off his fins.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Those are my favorite.
I don't get it. No, but
Because he just bobs in the water.
no, but for the kids, SeaWorld was really awesome. Like the shows the kids loved and everything. Like for adults, it's like you're like, this place is kind of trashy. It has that vibe, I think.
Like the carnival version
it's like a
zoos.
It's like a carnival with like killer whales.
The
in
state
it.
fair version.
the state fair version of a
They have
legitimate
rides,
zoo,
right?
Yeah, but they were all closed due to COVID when we went. I think that's why we went, because it was like, it's COVID. There's going to be like nobody there.
And nothing's open.
Yeah. And,
Was anyone there? Is it pretty empty?
There were people there,
That's cool.
but no rides. And the kids did like a trick or treat thing. So it was about a year ago, about this time, I guess, that we went.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you're going on record right now and saying your kids are in support of stealing orca babies and bringing them into a small tank of water?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's cool.
And cutting off the fins of dolphins and all the stuff.
Making their
that
dorsal
thing happen.
lay down?
No, but I think my justification was I think they had changed. Once the documentary came out, they changed like all that stuff. The trainers don't get in the water with the orcas and do tricks with them or stuff anymore. Like they just stand out on the side.
It's like slavery captivity from afar.
Yeah,
That makes
a
it
little
okay.
bit. It's still a little bit like, that wasn't because in the documentary they're like, these poor fish, they're prisoners. I didn't really feel bad about that. I felt bad about the people who had all these incidents with this one whale. And they just kept it and kept putting people in the water with it. So it was more like I was worried about the people getting eaten by these things. Now they seem to have solved that. But if you're squeamish about animals in cages, then I don't know. But they seem to have a really big freaking tank to me. Like swimming around in it like way fast, jumping out of the water. I don't know.
Yeah.
How much more do you want me to talk about?
I don't know. I just want you to keep justifying why you like animal slavery is all.
I'm cool.
I mean, he had a pretty big jail cell. It's not like he
He was jumping around. It was fine.
I could see him run past the bars.
he could do
Really
laps. He could do laps in his jail cell.
It's not a big deal.
It's fine.
I mean, he got
It was
fed.
fine.
I was worried about the prison guards.
I mean, if they let them out in the wild, they'd probably get eaten by their new family or whatever, because they like can't speak the language, you know. It'd be like if you adopted like a kid from Somalia and raised him here, and then we're just like, okay, here you go back. Like, would that kid
make some
survive?
friends.
Would that kid survive back there? He doesn't speak the language, doesn't know how to hunt or like haggle in the markets.
How deep can this hole go that Phil digs himself?
I'm ending it. What's the next topic? It's done. We're done.
He's done.
Watch Blackfish and feel guilty or
No,
not
for
feel
real.
guilty. It's
For
fine.
real, watch it. I gotta watch it again.
And then watch Shamu. Or that
Oh,
one,
yeah,
Free
Free
Willy.
Willy.
Free Willy. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That kid's. That's
Always
unbelievable.
makes me think of the Simpsons one where they're like Free Willy and it like jumps up and then just like
Lands
falls
right
on
on
the kid. Remember that?
Yeah. You remember that? This is awesome.
It was awesome.
That was awesome, huh?
Jeff, all you have to do is say the next thing and we'll stop talking.
Well, all right. Well, I have not brought this up at all, but this is our 40th episode, which I
yeah.
don't know if there's any significance there other than it's divisible by 20 10, 5,
Has
2,
a 0 at the end of it.
and 1.
Yeah.
It's significant. It's 40 episodes.
Oh, that's true. Is 41 significant? Because
No.
that's 41 episodes.
No.
40
no,
seems to
because
be
it has a
a,
1 at the end of it. It's the 0.
40 seems to be a significant number in the Bible, right?
Really?
Like it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Jesus spent 40 days in
Fasted
the
for 40
wilderness.
days.
Fasted. Is that right?
Noah tied his ass to a tree and walked 40 miles.
Pretty much 2 times, like in the whole entire Bible.
Me and my 2 roommates ordered 40 chicken McNuggets one night.
Did you?
Yeah.
So what big 40 things?
We're
have
all
you
going to
done, Jeff?
turn
I don't
40
know.
soon.
That's true. I just don't feel like 40 is a significant number.
It's not for a podcast. Like if this were like a pilot season whatever show
Yeah.
on NBC and we hit 40 episodes, that would be something. But when you're a podcast, like you don't have to be successful at all.
Yeah.
And you can just keep doing a podcast.
Well, we have more episodes than Simpsons do seasons, so that's
Oh.
good.
That's a thing. We have more episodes than years we've been alive. That's also a thing.
Whoa.
We
So
have
40 is a big deal.
so we have more episodes than I have doors in my house. So
Yes.
that's cool.
More than dollars in my wallet.
Does the fountain drinks at like gas stations, are they 40 ounces or 42 ounces?
44.
44?
See, that's when it starts getting. See, our
that's weird.
44th episode
I don't know why they do
significant.
44. Why not 48?
Or 45.
They've got 12, 32,
And why
and 44?
12, 24, 32, and 44.
and why are they even
36 and
ounces,
45.
by
I
the
don't-
way?
Yeah.
Why not quarts?
Because
Let's just awkwardly be silent after everything Phil
Everything I
says.
said.
Yeah.
cups.
Yeah, why couldn't they do
Not
cups?
quarts, because you don't want to get. I want to get 1 point.
674 quarts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cups.
Our measurements are so convoluted. But I think that's why Americans are smart.
Because we.
It
do
just
math.
seems, I think because
are forced
cups
to do math.
sounds more heavier. So
Oh.
if I had
Ounces is light.
if I had 8 cups of soda, that seems like a lot. But if I only have 32 ounces, because ounces is a little bit light. Anyways, that's my take on
Which is why alcohol they use milliliters.
600 milliliters.
That's only 750 milliliters. That's not much.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why do we use different metrics for
Because
different
it's
things?
America and we just do.
We just decided that, Liberty cabbage.
America.
Like Liberty
cabbage.
fries or whatever. Freedom fries.
it. Freedom fries.
I don't know.
Yeah.
measured by the pound.
So for our 40th episode, I have a weird thing planned, which is we're going to play a game.
Okay.
Just because I came across this game and I was like, this sounds like it'd be fun and it would, open up some discussion. So we're not going to do this like really official, but I'm going to put some cards in the middle of the table here. These cards, it's a game called Fact or Crap, and basically, you just grab one and then ask the question and then try and trick us, and it'll tell you if it's a fact or if it's crap. Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so you guys have to tell me if this information is a fact or crap. Okay, so
Wait, stop.
well, you got the Joker card out of this thing.
You got the directions card.
So mine says question for the girls and question for the guys. Is that not?
You literally grabbed the only wrong card out of that whole pile.
Okay.
So just get a card that looks like this.
You should go to Vegas.
Okay.
And
Got it.
after we read it and stuff, put it face down so we don't pick it up again. But I'm going to go first, okay? I'm grabbing a new one, okay? All right, so I just say this, and then you guys say whether it's true or not, okay? Patrick Swayze was once involved in a plane crash.
Crap.
You don't think about it that long.
Crap.
Fact.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Oh.
And the best part about it, there's no fact checking on this, and we don't have any details. It just says, yeah, he was.
We just gotta
Patrick
trust the
Swayze
card.
was actually in a plane
Walter
crash.
does not like this game.
And we're playing it right now, and I hope Bolt's listening.
He
So
is.
who's next? Jake, go next. You got it right.
Fact or crap? Cassandra is the name of B.B. King's famous guitar.
Fact.
Crap.
Crap.
Is crap,
Ooh.
I win.
Wait, does it say? Okay, say it again.
but it
Did I just
doesn't
guess?
say. Cassandra
Cassandra.
is the name of B.B. King's famous guitar.
Huh. That's a good name for a guitar, Cassandra.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
I'd say
lovely.
Cassandra,
It's got
but
curves.
whatever.
And then if you're getting really sultry, you can be like, "Hey, what's up, Cassie?"
Ooh.
But that's not the name of the guitar. It's probably Mitch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Shout out to Mitch Whittington.
Oh, hi, Mitch.
Black Eyed Peas are not peas.
No, it's a band. So that's crap.
They are peas.
I don't think they are. Isn't
They're
it a
beans.
legume?
It's a fact. Black Eyed Peas are not peas. So they're
Correct.
So they're
Yes.
correct. Yes.
It's a band.
Mercury lost its planet status in 2006 when it was downgraded to a dwarf planet instead.
Crap.
Mercury.
Crap.
It's got to be crap. I think it's Pluto.
Not Mercury. Still is a planet.
My very educated mother
A
just...
dwarf planet. You said.
According to this, that's a fact.
What? It's downgraded from planet status to dwarf planet?
So it says
So
it
it's still-
lost its planet status in 2006. Maybe it got it back. It'd be really funny if this card was just wrong and they're talking about Pluto.
Our
I didn't know
goal-
there was planet statuses.
Yeah. Well, Pluto for a long time.
Remember
was-
when you went to school and there are 9 planets?
Well, yeah, but I didn't know they were like.
now there's 8. They have eliminated Pluto as a planet.
Well, according
No,
to this,
I thought they brought it
eliminated
back.
Mercury.
Nope.
But it's downgraded in status.
Well, I didn't know there was like dwarf planets.
so it's- they're
well, I
left-
guess they're like
okay.
gas giants and that,
Yeah, exactly.
Now
that
they're
makes
dwarf
sense.
planets. Apparently, they're even smaller ones way out there.
So they're called dwarf planets, but they're not planets.
Yeah. See,
How
my
does the small community feel about that name?
I was going to bring up a similar idea.
small
This must be an
people,
old game.
Yeah.
It should be a little planet.
I don't think they care. Maybe they do.
Midget
But
planet?
my take on that is, and some scientists agree with this, I think a planet should be defined as anything that directly orbits the sun that has enough mass to be spherical. So it's heavy enough that it's become a sphere.
So
like
Pluto,
John
Pluto is
Candy.
a planet in your mind.
Yes.
Even though it's
well,
smaller,
technically, the
than,
moon circles the
smaller
sun.
than the moon.
well, no, circles the sun directly. So the moon orbits the Earth. But if it only orbits the sun,
How do you think of these things?
Well, Neil deGrasse Tyson disagrees with you.
Well, that guy's an
He
idiot.
vehemently is against Pluto being a planet.
I know, and that guy is an
Smart.
idiot. No, he's dumb.
Smart.
He thinks Pluto isn't a planet.
I don't either.
Oh my gosh.
You guys need to. You need to rock paper scissors this. We're gonna figure it out. Right?
All right.
So even
Never
like
mind.
if they're like
Go,
just
Jeff.
meteors that are out orbiting the sun, those are
But they're
they
not
have,
spherical.
If they have enough mass to be spherical, so once they get so big, the gravity pulls things into a sphere. That's why the Earth is round, Jupiter, blah blah blah. But if it's a meteor, it's all oblong. Then it's a meteor
Yeah.
But why does the shape of it have anything to do with it?
because it's a planet. It's big enough to become round.
Well,
right.
comets lose its mass when it travels. So he's saying
Right.
when the comet gets big enough, it's going to keep its mass and become spherical, and then I don't know
Yeah,
if that develops into a
if
planet
the
or not.
comet runs into enough stuff and becomes a sphere, it'll be a planet and not a
I
comet.
don't want you guys getting divorced.
All
over
of
this.
my scientific knowledge has
just-
come from Armageddon and Deep Impact. And if you watch the CGI, you can
fair.
see chunks of the meteor leaving.
don't want to close.
Armageddon. You laugh, but Armageddon's one of my top 5 movies. I
I'm
love
so
it.
sad.
You know how I knew
like
that because you
Armageddon.
love crappy movies.
Yeah, I do. No, but did you know that Armageddon is one of the most scientifically accurate movies there are? All the scenes at NASA were actually at NASA, in real NASA hangars.
What does that have to do with it? We filmed at NASA, so it was the most scientifically.
The shuttle launch was the first, and I think maybe the only up to this time, major motion picture where an actual shuttle launch was filmed as part of the
So did
show.
they do it on the NASA property though?
No, it was in Cape Canaveral. Duh.
So Armageddon was crap.
Dude,
It was the best.
I've seen
Fact
that
or
music
crap,
video
Armageddon.
so many times. I think if I saw it today, I'd be like, shut it off too many times. I'm done.
Oh, the
the
Don't wanna
Aerosmith?
close.
Yes.
That one?
I watched it enough times because I had a crush on Liv Tyler for a minute.
Oh,
didn't?
yeah.
Who didn't?
I didn't.
Probably Tyler.
Gonna say
I think Tyler. probably
Most
did a little
girls.
bit.
I don't know.
I really liked her in Lord of the Rings, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Those
she's
pointy
great.
ears. Oh god.
She was great. No, that's
You know why? Because
Are
she
you into pointy ears, Jeff? Is that
Apparently, I just decided. Okay, penguins can't jump.
that's
fact.
crap.
now? I've heard that before, so I'm going to say fact.
fact.
It's crap, guys.
Crap. You see, they
crap?
jump all the time.
Jump?
Into the water.
They jump
Have
into
you ever
the
seen
water.
them jump into
Sure,
the water?
Sure, they jump like maybe
That's
an inch.
falling. I want to. Do they jump off
They
the
jump-
ground and land back
yeah.
on it?
Apparently they do. That's fact, and we can't question it.
Yeah.
Next.
Kobe
Have you
Bryant's
not seen Happy
family.
Feet?
Yeah, he doesn't jump either. He just taps.
Kobe Bryant's
Tap, tap,
mom's
tap.
side are mostly penguins. It's a basketball joke.
Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
Kobe, isn't that a person?
Yeah, he died.
Next one. Oh, he did.
A colossal squid attacked a surfer off the coast of Santa Cruz in 2006.
Fact.
False.
I'm going to say fact because there's no way for them to legitimately say it's crap. It may have happened and we don't know about
I'm going
it.
to say false.
It's crap.
Yep.
Oh, that's-
Okay, but
this
you know
game
why I
is
said
sucks.
fact? Because I'm really wrapped up in this audiobook that Mike recommended to me. It's called Sphere. Have you ever heard of this? They made a real bad movie about it. Apparently, Sam Jackson was in it. You guys
Yeah,
have
Dustin
any?
Hoffman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what is it?
It's called Sphere.
Yeah.
It's like a deep sea underwater thing.
Where
Anyways,
they find aliens. Not aliens.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a giant squid, and so I was hoping so much that that story you had in your hand was true, but
Kraken?
apparently it's not.
We watched a documentary, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Kraken.
Burt McCracken.
Burt McCracken.
Yeah, I was going to say false because I don't know that squid attack people.
I don't think so.
I've never heard that.
Except for in that movie.
Yeah.
They did.
But I thought squids were aggressive.
I think they are, but I don't think we are ever where they are. Like, they're too deep.
Yeah.
We don't live down there.
Yeah.
So I guess, like, if a deep sea diver dude was down there.
They apparently turn
Dustin
invisible
Hoffman
too,
does.
according to Finding Nemo, Finding Dory.
That's an
Yeah.
octopus.
Yeah, they're
Oh, that's an
straight up.
octopus.
They're straight up aliens.
bad.
All of them.
Octopus are
Wasn't it
trippy.
octopus or squid that they were saying like their DNA is weirder than like all other life? Like some groups of scientists think that like they didn't evolve along the same line as everything else.
I'll say crap.
Like they could have been aliens.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't a question.
no,
I think it's crap.
I was asking you. You think it is crap?
Yep.
You're right. It
Okay,
is.
Jake.
The hash symbol is called an octothorpe.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm going to say crap. I thought it was
Crap.
pound.
It's crap.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it pound?
It is fact.
Octothorpe.
Octothorpe.
I'm going to ask someone at home if they want to play Octothorpe with me.
It's
And it'll be
Do you want-
tic-tac-toe.
do you want to
Is it because there's 8 little pokes on it? It's a
Yeah,
square
that's
with
what I'm thinking.
8 little
There's 8
pokies.
Thorpes. Yeah. There's 8 Thorpes around it.
Right.
I get it.
Octothorpe.
Octothorpe.
Octothorpe is another term for the pound sign. That's the literal definition of it.
Let's make up another one.
That one made me really sad. Like that we're playing this game, or even like the English language in general.
This one's a good one. I'm gonna do it. Okay.
Okay,
You
do it.
share your birthday with over 9 million people worldwide.
9 million. Let's do some math real quick before I answer that, okay? This sounds fun, actually. Okay, 360. Okay, how many people are on the planet? 8 billion? 8 quadrillion?
7 billion.
7. How many zeros are on a billion? That's a million.
9.
9.
My calculator doesn't go that high.
Yes, it does.
Is that
Turn it
700
sideways.
billion?
Turn it sideways.
Is that for real?
I can't see.
You have to unlock it.
Put it on
Unlock.
landscape.
Yeah.
I think that was 700 million.
Damn you, Steve Jobs. Like,
Okay. What was your math you were trying to do?
I was going to do 7 billion divided by 365 because that's how many days are in a year. We could probably do it by 366.
Do.
So I would say true.
Okay. Phil?
I'm gonna do.
You turned your flashlight on trying to get the calculator out.
The result to that is 19,178,082.
What did you say? What's the question?
You share your birthday with over 9 million people
Yeah.
worldwide.
So you do.
So 19 million is the answer to 7 billion divided by 365.
Then yes.
So
True.
Yes.
It is fact.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Have you ever seen those like things where they say your something about your birthday, like the odds of you having the same birthday as like someone at a party are like crazy high for some reason. They're like 40% or I can't remember.
I think I heard it was like 1 in 4. I heard that just on the radio recently.
I don't know the exact numbers, but it's like way higher than you would think because you'd be like, oh, it'd be like 1 in 365 or whatever. But there's some weird equation that makes it like way higher. I can't remember.
I think I saw that on Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, that was it.
Is that a math movie?
Yes.
Is that a good joke?
I laughed
Well, maybe it's
slightly.
a poor joke, but it's at least accurate.
I would say move on to the next card.
Okay. Go.
That one sucks.
Does anyone else have one? It's fact. That sucks.
This game sucks. Factor crap.
Okay, here's a good one. Alligators can't move backwards.
That's fact.
Why do you say it like it's a fact?
That's literally the question.
It's crap.
I'm going to say crap because I feel like I've seen an alligator move backwards.
I'm pretty sure the video of that dog, he grabbed the dog and
then brought him
went
back.
into the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah,
Pretty sure
according
that's
to
what
this, it's a
happened.
fact that they can't.
Cannot.
But what you're saying makes more sense to me. And maybe it just means like continually walk backwards. But I swear they always grab things on the water and pull them back.
But they're halfway, at least if I can really think about it, they're halfway up the land and halfway in the water.
Yeah.
So maybe they're like...
They're just falling backwards.
Swimming backwards, I
Yeah.
guess, as opposed to walking backwards.
I knew the whole time it was.
How do they know that? Alligator, can you walk backwards?
Or maybe it's just
Chomp,
like,
chomp. That sounds like a no to me.
I just know because I've never heard one beep.
Beep.
That's a moving
beep,
truck joke.
beep. Construction joke, Phil. You should get it.
Next
Okay,
card.
next one. Okay, the Colosseum, and this is great. I so wish Bolt was here for this. The Colosseum in Rome predates England's Stonehenge.
Ooh.
false.
I'm going to go...
That's not an option. It's fact or crap.
Crap.
I'm going to go fact.
Double crap.
Jake, quit Googling.
I'm not Googling.
He's texting his
communicating
bishop.
with individual.
I've seen you Google. Factor. Oh, were you listening even?
Nope.
Okay, we're just going to ignore you then. It is crap. Stonehenge is older than the Colosseum.
Damn
So
it.
they say.
So they say.
I thought one of the wonders about it is the fact that it's so old that they didn't even have the same type of knowledge, technology, abilities as something as more modern or later than like the Colosseum.
Yeah.
I think half of that stuff they just don't have a clue.
Yeah. Like, I think they've got Egypt so far off.
Yeah.
Like the
probably.
Sphinx and stuff. I think I think they're way off on it.
Yeah.
No, don't get us started on that though, right?
Yeah. Like
We started.
We've talked about this before, like those documentaries on Netflix where they're like forging art, and like all the people that were like the scientists were like dating it and stuff, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is blah blah blah," and then they're like, "Nope, it was faked by this Chinese dude in his basement."
By this Mormon guy.
and I'm like, if they can't figure that art piece out, how are they freaking figuring out 40,000-year-old blah blah blah? I don't know.
The Sphinx in particular, like I personally think, and I don't know if this is true or not, but it makes a lot of sense to me. If you look at the proportions of the Sphinx, right? The body's like one side and the head's weird sized, like the paws and stuff. And people are like, oh, they did that to make it look like it's really tall because when you're standing at the base, the head's smaller. And so, have you heard this before?
The perspective.
Yeah, it's like a perspective thing. But I think the
Disneyland does
truth
it.
is, yeah, they do it a ton.
They're good at that.
And when you're drunk in Disneyland,
You get escorted
anyways.
out.
You get escort. Yes,
The
We
depth
learned that.
perception's really messed up, is what I was going to say. But
You run away from the security guards, and then someone runs.
on a previous episode, Disneyful. Anyways, but what I was getting at is that's the excuse. But if you look at it, I really think it was the actual animal, and then they carved the current Sphinx head out of the animal head because it was deteriorating or something. Because there's like weather
So
marks.
you think it was like an actual like cat of some kind?
It,
and
it
then
would be like, yeah, it'd be like Roosevelt. What's one of the presidents on Mount Rushmore? It's like if someone took
Washington,
that face
Lincoln.
and then altered it later, And then they're like, "Oh, it was made on this date." Well,
how
like,
did they-
no, it was actually
gave
way
them-
older
how
than
did
that.
they
facelifts,
How did they
facelifts
put
and give
Bill
him
Clinton
Obama?
on the Rushmore
Yeah.
40
Obama.
years ago?
How is Trump and Biden on Mount Rushmore? Where, anyway, you get my point though. They
I
carved
think-
it back a little bit further, and that's actually why the head's weird proportions. And so I think that the actual Sphinx is way older than I think it is.
I think that's just how people used to look. I think they had 4 legs and a tail. And
They actually look like a sphinx.
that's how they sat. Like
That was a sculpture of the animals the aliens that built the pyramids.
no, it was just their king sitting down on the ground.
Have you guys
Meow.
watched that show, Ancient Aliens? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think they have several
That is
versions,
so
several
funny.
volumes
I
of it.
love it.
It's hilarious. They're like
I believe everything.
Jesus was an alien.
yeah. How do you think he fed people with one fish and a loaf of bread,
Yeah.
man?
How do you think he walked on water?
Exactly.
How do you think he carved things like a carpenter, man? No, that wasn't one of the things. Never mind. Have you guys been to the park in Salt Lake City though, by Trolley Square, that has the
Liberty
Sphinx?
Park?
No, it's, if you guys have never been to this, listener, you listen up to. I should Google it, but there's basically this very crazy guy that did a whole bunch of rock artwork, and he took a Sphinx, and it's huge. It's a big rock. He made a Sphinx out of it, but instead of the Sphinx head, it's Joseph Smith.
Oh my gosh.
And this is old.
Oh, really? And it's in Salt Lake?
Yeah, and it's completely free. The city owns it, so you can just like walk in.
It's the Gilgal Sculpture Garden.
Yep. And there's a lot of weird stuff. But what I just listed out was not the weirdest.
No, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, there you go. As we know from experience that visuals are always the best on podcasts.
You should
But there it is right there.
you should post these photos that we talk about on the Instagram as a post.
There
We
you
should
go.
instantly gram these. But like they have some interesting rock work all over the place.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like this thing is not tiny. It's
No,
it's much bigger than a human, But there's lots of stuff. Here's like a bunch of feet and legs and arms, like all carved.
Oh,
There's
it's just
head.
like a garden of rock carvings?
Yeah, but this one guy did it all. Like this is
Oh,
a tribute to
okay.
him. Here, there's this big what's the word I'm looking for? Egyptian kind of guy carved into the
Oh, I see it.
side.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Like a petroglyph.
we
graph.
really should put these out, but he's notorious for putting like whole scriptures and words out on rock. And,
Huh.
like
Yeah, post this on Instagram for people who listen and
Yeah,
wanna know
post
what
it
we're
on a
talking
thing so
Yeah,
that people
Do that. Whoever manages our Instagram page, do that.
Good job.
yeah, it's a cool place.
about. I had a great idea.
Kind of weird.
I'm not going to
really
execute
cool.
it though.
What's your idea?
Post it on the Instagram.
Oh,
And make a post about
the
it.
idea we just
Call
talked
it
about.
episode 40 photos from
Weird rock
or no
place.
wait, episode 40 called pictures are always great on podcasts. Is that what you say all the time? Visuals.
Visuals are
Visuals.
always the best on podcasts. All right, next one. Edgar Allan Poe lied about his age to enter the U.S. Army.
True.
Fact.
Fact.
That's a fact. Phil, you failed.
All right.
That was the dumbest Edgar Allan Poe one. They should have done Edgar Allan Poe's wife was 11 when they got married.
Crap.
It's a fact.
How did we know that was going to Emily Dickinson published nearly 1,000 poems in her lifetime.
I don't even know who she is.
1,000. Probably the most famous poet ever.
That's Jim
yes,
Jim
true.
Morrison.
Fact.
Did she publish more than Jim Morrison?
Crap.
Crap.
Don't know how
She
many.
sucks. She's a
It was
second
998.
It was Shel Silverstein. That was 1,000 poems.
poet. Oh, was it?
No, I have no idea.
No,
no.
no idea.
Oh, this is great. Mount Everest declines a bit in height every year.
Declines?
Yeah.
It's false. It actually grows.
I
in
would
height.
say it would probably grow. So I'm going to say crap.
It is crap. So all the people that climbed Mount Everest in the past, you're idiots.
Yeah.
If you don't climb it today, you're not the best.
You guys were right.
That's why. That's why I've never climbed it because I want.
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting for it to be even
Really?
Level
taller.
out.
Yeah. Be even
really
taller.
high.
You're waiting till it's at its peak.
That's hilarious.
You guys were right, by the way. Edgar Allan Poe's wife was not 11.
She was 9?
She was 13.
Oh, God. I thought he was a creep or something.
I've got to go in 5.
Okay. I wish they had like a little thing underneath it that gives you the fact based on that.
I don't care. I know Bolt goes crazy doing this. All right. A person from Glasgow is called a Glasgower.
Crap.
It's crap.
Is that that's the I don't care one?
I don't know.
Pluto's year is the equivalent of 248 Earth years.
It's 244. Crap.
Fact.
Phil?
I don't.
Pluto's year is 248 Earth years.
Fact.
That's fact.
Ooh.
It's 248.
That's a long year.
I'll walk home.
Pluto the planet. Am I right?
No, the dog.
Pluto, the rock smaller than the moon? Yeah.
Crocodile dung was used as an Egyptian contraceptive until the early 20th century.
Time out. What's a contraceptive again? To stop you from getting pregnant?
Yeah.
There's crocodiles.
Are
in
you
Egypt?
kidding?
Crocodile dung was used as an Egyptian contraceptive until the early 20th
I'm gonna
century.
say crap.
I think what it means is a deterrent from having sex.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like you rub it on you and no one will have sex with you.
Hey, baby. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything.
You smell like crocodile shit.
But fact.
Fact?
Yeah.
I'm going crap.
Crap?
I want it to be so true. Fact.
Fact? It's crap.
Oh, it is crap. Get it? Oh, crap.
Oh God.
At least they didn't say an aphrodisiac. That would have been disgusting.
They're missing.
Appreciate you guys. I gotta go.
Oh, boy.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
This has been pretty fun. We are 1/4 the way to 80. No, wait. 120. How do you do math again?
I think we're over the hill
I
now.
don't like mathing.
Oh, we're halfway to 80.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's when we die.
That's why it's such a good one. Well, thank you so much for listening, everyone. And please spread the word. We are growing in listenership across the country, from Texas to California to that other state that we don't like much. What's it called? New York City.
Nebraska?
The state of Brooklyn.
Yeah. And if you're from out of state and if you're from in-state, call us at the Dad Zero Mug.
Or if you're that one person from Germany that keeps listening.
I know who that
Call
is.
us.
I know who it is. Yeah, I do.
The Germany listener?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh my gosh.
It's the lead singer of Rammstein.
We didn't talk about the best thing ever.
That's because we're saving it for next week. This has been the Married Fork Podcast. Bye.